Hi, YouTubers. I'm in the garage again. I'm smoking a nice big ass cigar, so I'm about to get the cigar lit. So anyway, enough of that crap. So I do apologize for the noise in the background. It is unbelievably windy outside right now, so the wind is literally, for a better word, fucking crazy, so I can't do anything about it. I do apologize. It is very, very irritating in the noise in the background. You probably hear the wind whipping in the background, but unfortunately I can't do anything about it, so please no nasty comments. Please no comments like, it's so damn windy in the background, go in your house. I can't smoke in my house or my parents' house. So anyway, enough of that crap. So if you're wondering why the noise in the background is, it's the wind whipping. So anyway. Oh, the House of Keeping, almost forgot. The House of Keeping, smoking this Gran Habano cigar, a nice big ass cigar, and I'm not drinking anything right now, so woo! Always amazes me how cigars like make you salivate initially, so that's damn good tobacco. So anyway, smoking a big ass cigar is the big ass cigar for life. Anyway, so what do I want to talk about today? So basically, today is a Saturday. Saturday right now here in Massachusetts. Be so damn cold here, damn hot here, damn. And it's very damn. I do apologize. I just had lunch. Sorry, I had a little bit of a reflux. I just had lunch. So I had mashed potatoes for lunch. So if you're wondering, I have a little bit of reflux. It's because I just had mashed potatoes for lunch. And I do have kind of a bad habit of eating too fast. So if you're wondering why I had reflux, it's not because I have throat cancer or esophageal cancer. It's because I ate too fast. So anyway, I really do apologize for the wind in the background. It's really annoying. So it's really a pain in the ass. Anyway, so yeah, today I woke up today about 9:30. I had my breakfast. I had coffee. I did a lot of my routines. I made my video today on soda, so nice big ass soda, like the big ass cigar. Yeah, I'm up to I believe, part 4 of my series on soda, which was Coca-Cola caffeine-free with no sugar. So yeah, Coca-Cola caffeine-free diet with no sugar. So that was a nice video to make. I think after this part, I'll be moving on to part 5, which will be Coke Zero, not Cocaine Zero, but Coke Zero. A lot of people think, oh, when you say the word Coke, you're talking about, the recreational drug cocaine or crack, but I'm talking about, Coca-Cola soda, like soda pop, soda pop. But I'm not talking about any kind of recreational drugs. I've had people over the years definitely asking me to cover more topics about recreational drugs. There are a fair amount of people who want me to cover more topics about not just like pot or marijuana, but also a lot of other types of substances. A lot of people want me to talk about mushrooms, which I don't think they're talking about the mushrooms on pizza or the mushrooms on your frickin' burger or the mushrooms on a fucking salad. I think people are talking about the psychedelic mushrooms, or also called magic mushrooms. I think I could be wrong here. I mean, please correct me if I'm wrong. If any of you are watching, are you looking for me to talk about, psychedelic, mushrooms, the mushrooms that make you hallucinate, make you go crazy, make you see things, make you go fucking crazy, for a better word, hallucinogenic drugs? Because I could be dead wrong here. Maybe they're just talking about like different types of fungi, like mushrooms in the wild. But I think a lot of it, unfortunately, is people who want, I've talked about this before on my channel a few months ago, like 3 months ago, 6 months ago, whatever. I think a lot of it is people who want me to talk about magic mushrooms and want me to talk about like recreational drugs. And I realize there's a lot of my viewers who use recreational drugs, and I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to bitch at you. I'm not here to judge. It's like, people have a right to do whatever. It's like I'm not going to glorify in any way, shape, or form recreational drug use or tobacco use or alcohol use, because obviously that would mean this video would get no ads. But I mean, it's like, yeah, it's like, I understand there's a lot of my subscribers who use drugs, a lot of my subscribers who smoke pot, who smoke marijuana, who, take certain types of recreational drugs, who party, who go to raves, who do certain things, it's like, yeah, I understand there's a lot of my subscribers who probably do engage in recreational drug behavior, who do, pop pills or, take mushrooms or take, acid or, take pot or coke, whatever. It's like, I've had plenty of my subscribers over the years who have used pot, obviously, but not just pot. I've had subscribers who were former users of hardcore drugs like crack and heroin. I've also had a fair number of people over the years who think I am actually high on drugs. It's like, and not just tobacco or like caffeine. I actually had a person a while back who thought I was high on meth. Yeah, somebody thought I was high on meth, methamphetamine. It's like, like what the fuck? It's like, like what the fuck? I mean, I'm not high on, if you've seen people who are high on that shit, yeah, that's freaking scary. It's like, that's freaking scary. I'm not, just because I'm a little bit like jittery, a little bit like jittery, and I talk a little bit too fast. Not everybody who's a little jittery and talks a little bit too fast is, snorting meth or shooting meth. It's like, or smoking meth. That is just bullshit. I'm sorry, bullshit can be bullshit, but yeah, just because somebody is, a little bit jittery, they could be drinking coffee for a better word. Who knows? Even, eating candy bars, a lot of candy bars or like coffee or chocolate can make you a little jittery, a little shaky, and make you talk a little bit too fast. Just because somebody's a little bit like jittery doesn't mean they're automatically doing hardcore drugs. Meth is like the scariest drug ever. It's like, that's bullshit. It's like, no. It's just because somebody is a little bit jittery does not mean they're automatically doing super hardcore drugs. That's just stupid. I'm sorry if I sound like a jerk. It's like, but not, that's just ridiculous. It's like, I've had a lot of people, asked me over the years about, why don't you talk about drugs more on your channel? Excuse me, like, why don't you, like, try drugs? Why don't you, you do drugs? Don't you realize that, tobacco is like the, leading cause of death? It's whatever, all this, bullshit. It's like, and honestly, it's like, I'm not going to, engage in any type of, recreational drug use, period. First off, anything other than cannabis in Massachusetts is automatically illegal. So anything other than cannabis for people over 21 is automatically illegal. Obviously tobacco's legal, like it or not. Alcohol's legal, like it or not. Caffeine, coffee, obviously legal. Cannabis in Massachusetts and some other states, legal for people over 21. But anything else, like, anything other than that kind of stuff, the soft stuff, crack, heroin, smack, shrooms, acid, meth, coke, all illegal. Ecstasy, Molly, all illegal. And all PCP, angel dust, all that stuff, illegal. It's like, flat out illegal. It's like, you can get into a lot of trouble for that kind of crap, It's like, just for having a small amount of that stuff on you, even though I'm obviously not a lawyer, I'm not a fucking lawyer, or runner, sorry. just for having a small amount of that stuff on you, you can get up to a year in jail. It's like, I'm obviously not a lawyer. I'm not giving you legal advice. It's like, you can get up to a year in jail. I don't want to face up to a year in jail for having some stupid drug on me. It's like, I'm not going to risk getting arrested, and losing my job, losing my freedom, losing my subsidized housing over some stupid, psychedelic, mushroom or some stupid, pill. It's like, obviously I take medication. It's like, but it's legally prescribed to me. A doctor has legally prescribed it to me and has given me a prescription, for the medication, and people are like, oh, don't trust Big Pharma, don't trust Big Pharma, it's like, they're just trying to whatever, I'm not getting into a big debate about that kind of bullshit, but it's like, I trust my doctor. I think all my medications work. It's like, but they're legally prescribed to me. But in terms of street drugs, recreational drugs, Orban went off, it's like I have no interest in that crap. At one point in my life, when I first started my channel, yeah, I was kind of a little bit, had a different opinion, especially about cannabis, but not anymore. It's like, I don't have that opinion anymore. And it's something that I just can't do personally. It's like, because obviously I live in subsidized housing. It's a violation of my lease to possess any kind of federally controlled substance, period, including cannabis. Even though it's legal on a state level, it's still illegal on a federal level. It's like, and believe me, I'm not trying to come off as a jerk or a dick. It's like, I support, all, if I was obviously the person who was in charge of the country, I would obviously legalize everything, because I think everything should be legal across the board and taxed and regulated. But no, it's like, I'm not gonna, as it stands right now, even if it was hypothetically legal, mushrooms can really fuck you up, for a better word. It's like, oh, sorry, shit, ash dropped. It's like, yeah, they can really mess you up. Yeah, I realize that, psychedelic stuff is not in general addictive because it's a psychedelic as opposed to like cocaine, heroin, or something like that, but it's like, no, it's like, I'm not gonna, mess up my life over some dumb plant. It's like, I'm not talking about pot here, I'm talking about, mushrooms. It's like, or like, mescaline, or like peyote, like, the stuff that makes you, hallucinate and see things. It's like, I'm not gonna, mess up my life over that stuff. There's been people who have used that stuff who have like jumped off a building or jumped off a bridge. That's ridiculous. It's like, no way in hell. And I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to judge you about, if you use that kind of stuff. I'm sure there are people on my channel, especially the mushrooms, who do take mushrooms and probably see benefit. They see medicinal benefit, or they see it's interesting, or probably makes them go crazy ass like the big ass cigar, and makes them see things, and makes them go crazy. And that's probably the reason they take them, is because it gives them such a vivid surreal effect. And I just have no interest in that crap. It's like, even like a joint, like pot, it's like, or hash. I have no interest in that crap anymore. And I understand people can be irritated and say, oh, you're going to regret it someday when you're on a chemo drip, you're getting chemo and radiation because you get throat cancer or tongue cancer, or, mouth cancer or lung cancer, or pancreatic cancer, or, you're going to regret this someday. It's like, whatever. It's like, I've made peace with my choice to smoke cigars and pipes. It's like I made peace with it. But it's like, yeah, I'm not going to, mess up my life with something like acid or mushrooms. It's like, and yeah, if you choose to use it, that's your own prerogative. And it's like, that's your own choice. It's like, I can't glorify or encourage you in any way, shape, or form, nor would I in any way, shape, or form. It's like, it's like, that's your business. It's like, if you want to use psychedelic mushrooms, that's your own fucking business. It's like, but I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to bitch at you or preach at you, or, lecture you or be your nanny or your mother, and say, or whatever, and say you shouldn't do it. It's like, but no, it's like, and I guess in a certain way, if like I did, God forbid, get cancer. I guess if my doctor recommended medical marijuana, it's like, medical cannabis, probably. In a way, shape, or form, it's like, maybe. It's like, maybe a big maybe. If my doctor was recommending it, I had like cancer, God forbid. But obviously, medical marijuana is legal in Massachusetts. It's like, but it's like, no, it's like, I'm not gonna, use something that's, so over the top and so crazy ass, like the big ass cigar, like meth or mushrooms or coke or heroin. That stuff is just fucking ridiculous. It's like, so that's my opinion on like recreational drugs, and people who want me to do those topics about like mushrooms, or want me to do topics about like recreational drugs, or people who think I'm on recreational drugs, people who think I'm high, whatever. I'm not high. It's like, it's like people have said in the past, like oh, your eyes look really glossy, you must be high, oh damn, you look so high, what meds do you take? It's like, I only take meds that are legally prescribed to me. I take meds to help me sleep. I take meds for my bipolar. I take meds, for this and this kind of shit. This kind of shit. But it's like, I don't take anything that's not prescribed to me. I'm not, sitting out all day in my apartment, smoking dope. It's like, we're doing, hardcore pills. It's like, no way in hell. And I'm not here to, to judge you. Again, if you choose to do that crap, you choose to engage in that stuff. It's like, same thing with smoking. It's like, there's a lot of people who smoke cigarettes. And I think cigarettes are fucking horrible. It's like, I think they're fucking nasty. It's like, but I'm not going to judge you. It's like, if you smoke cigarettes, I'm not going to judge you. If you drink alcohol excessively, I'm not going to judge you. If you drink booze all day long and rot your liver. It's like, I'm not going to judge you. It's like, that's your business. It's like, so long as you're not hurting anybody. It's like, if you get behind the wheel of a car drunk, and kill somebody, obviously I'm going to judge you because that's fucking horrible. It's like, but I'm not going to judge you if you're just in your own privacy of your own home having a few drinks. It's like, and getting, drunk or buzzed, whatever. It's like, that's your fucking business. It's like, I didn't want to go off much of a ramble like that. That's my little like 12-minute ramble about that. So for people who are wondering, that's my opinion on recreational drugs and why they don't appeal to me, and why I'm not going to be reviewing them on my channel or doing them. Why my channel is not going to become like a cannabis review channel or like a cannabis vaping review channel, anything like that. So I'm not going to make like videos about psychedelic mushrooms or psychedelic this, or hardcore drugs. It's like, just no way in hell, period. It's like, just no way in hell. Anyway, cigar is almost out. So, anyway, big ass cigar. I like the big ass cigars. Say no to drugs, big ass cigar. So, anyway, it's like, yeah, I can't even glorify nowadays any way, shape, or form tobacco. It's like, obviously I say big ass cigar for life. It's like, but that's obviously just my opinion. That I guess I personally just like big ass cigars. It doesn't mean you should. It's like, it's like even big ass cigars have their own health effects. It's like, and it's like, whatever. Big ass cigar for life. It's like, Anyway, that's about it. So I didn't mean to come off as a dick or be a jerk, whatever. It's like, but for people who are wondering, that's my opinion on recreational drugs. Anyway, pretty fucking cool. Bye.